Just imagine, in the whole world, a person is left alone with only one kangaroo. Something like this happens in our today's story. At the beginning of the story, a man named Yu was going to the moon in a rocket, but then during this time, a man named Pi. A very big asteroid turned towards the Earth. It was bigger than the asteroid which had destroyed the dinosaurs on the Earth. To avoid this, humans made a plan. The space station in which the flight was going on the moon was also destroyed in this matter. There were many dangerous modern weapons inside it, with the help of which the asteroid would be destroyed and its debris would be pulled away from the Earth with the help of the moon's gravity. After continuous hard work for 8 years, humans finally succeeded in this mission, and now thereafter finishing the work, Yui and all his companions were ready to come back to Earth. But before coming back, Yui wanted to express his love to his commander, and to prepare for this, he went to his room and listened to the headphones songs. At the same time, an astronaut named Shu nervously gave a news to Commander Zink that at the last moment something had gone wrong with his weapons, and in the next half an hour all the debris of the asteroid was going to fall on the moon. As soon as Commander Jing received this news, he immediately gave orders to evacuate the space station, after which everyone started running towards their respective rockets at full speed. But Yue was still busy writing her love letter. Due to the headphones in his ears, he did not even hear any warning alarm, but after a few minutes, his eyes fell on the first rocket, seeing which he ran at full speed towards the base station. At that time, there were 6 more rockets present there. Seeing this, Yui felt a little relieved, but then suddenly 5 rockets flew simultaneously, after which Yu had only one last rocket left. He made several unsuccessful attempts to contact his team, but then had no other option. On seeing this, he started moving his rover at full speed, but suddenly a huge pit came in his way and his rover went straight and fell into the pit. By the time he could come out of that pit, the last rocket also flew. And by now the asteroid debris had started falling at the place, and to escape, he thought of hiding in another pit, but then some part of the debris came straight and fell into that pit. Due to which he became unconscious for a while, but when he regained consciousness, he believed that it would not be too difficult to find him from the Earth. But then a huge asteroid went straight and collided with the Earth, due to which the entire Earth was destroyed. Next, for 6 months, he kept trying to contact the Earth, and when he still did not succeed, he accepted his fate. Luckily, he had enough food and water to spend the rest of his life. Tribute to all the martyrs. After giving in, Uyed decided to fulfill all his wishes, the first of which was to spend some time in Commander Zink's room, but he did not know the password of Zink's room, and his second wish was to go surfing on the surface of the moon. In the beginning, he kept falling very badly, but after trying continuously for several days, he managed to surf, but still he had not found the password of Zink's room, and now in anger he blew that door. Later he decided to go on a date with a picture of Zink, during which he accidentally spilled ketchup on Zink's face, and taking advantage of this opportunity he kissed Zink's picture, but he was unaware of it. That at that time, the entire team of the space station was watching him from their new headquarters, and seeing his actions, everyone turned their faces away, and on the other hand, Jing was completely surprised to see this, but due to the network failure, at that time she could only see Yu, and because Yui did not appear to be in any serious trouble, so Jing decided to cancel Yue's rescue mission, and then Chairman Eng told them that the government had decided to showcase Yue's new life to the world within the next 30 days. After the asteroid hit the Earth, the land was submerged in water at the age of 30, due to which the lives of all the people had completely changed, and now the government wanted to instill a new hope among the people through Yue. Look, this man is trapped alone, but he is still living his life. But astronaut Shu did not consider Yue capable of this work, on which Jing told him that they are going to dub Yue's voice and bring it in front of the world so that he can share his. After this, Xing presented a false story of Yue to the world through radio, according to which he had given up his seat in the rocket to save the crew member, and also Xing told the world about Yue's new life. Also told about the broadcast. On the other hand, after 196 days had passed, one day Uye went to the warehouse to take one of his medicines, and at the headquarters, a voiceover artist named Flutist was called to dub Uye's voice, but he could not find anyone. The script was also not given, and this time when Yu reached the warehouse, his eyes fell on a new and unknown thing, whom initially he thought was a girl, and started talking to her, but as soon as he came near her, when he reached, he saw that it was a strong kangaroo, and at the same time when the live streaming was started, the camera went straight to the face of that kangaroo, and here the flutist, unaware of everything, also started dubbing according to the kangaroo's lips. Dia Jing tried to stop the flutist, but by then it was too much and many people had seen it, and because of this mistake, Jing and Zhu had to appear before the chairman, where they told that the research team has left a kangaroo named Kang at the base station. And on the other hand, Lust was not a real voiceover artist but was an influencer who does voiceovers of different things on social media, and after this mistake, Jing decided that instead of dubbing the video, they would narrate it like a story. On the other hand, to call Kang to him in the spaceship, Yue took the form of a female kangaroo, But as soon as Kang realized his true nature, when he came to know about Kang, he started beating Yu, seeing which Flute started laughing loudly. After this, Jing took the responsibility of all the mistake on himself, and then he got another news that there was a fight between Kang and Yui in the spaceship. A fighting match was about to take place, after which everyone started watching the match with great attention, but then Kang showed his strength and made Yu unconscious by stomping on him. Seeing his condition, Jing asked to talk to Wei. Tried, and when he regained consciousness and saw the lines on the communication channel, he started crying with joy. Despite not being able to hear anyone, he was happy that people are alive on Earth. After making a compromise between themselves, both of them entered their rover. Sitting down, he decided to go to a broken Apollo 18 so that he could use it to reach the lunar station, but there was a rocket available with the help of which he would go back to the Earth. Here he used all his strength. After finding the lunar dog that could help Yue focused his entire attention on rebuilding the spacecraft, which everyone was surprised to see, and when Jing checked his file, he came to know that the real he was a flight dynamics engineer currently working in the maintenance department. On his 282nd day, Yue explained that his rover had a weight limit due to its broken engine, so he had to transfer it to Kang. We will have to leave him there and move on, but still Kang forcefully brought him back to his base, but then Wei remembered that he could use a weapon present here as a prototype engine, but there was a lot of danger in it, and despite this Kang astronaut Shu heard this and told the whole team that this work could definitely be done, but it was very difficult to bring it to the base before sunset because the prototype engine worked on solar power and the moon was ready to support him. Even if one day was equal to 14 days of the Earth, even if he kept driving continuously, he would not be able to reach there. Everyone believed that this work could not be done, but as soon as the sun set, he started driving in the opposite direction. Actually, he could not go out of the sunlight because when the sun goes away on the moon, it becomes so cold that it kills him, and on seeing this, Zinc understood that he is going to continuously chase the sun so that he has full 41 days. It's time to. But on the 28th day, Kang and Yue were completely tired and hence they tied each other with a rope, and after driving continuously for several days, they finally reached the engine. He started pressing a button continuously, but fortunately it was not any ordinary button but just the engine check button, and because of his dangerous actions, he cut it and closed it inside, after which both of them returned to their base. They left, but on the way, the handle of the Kung got separated from the engine, and by the time he realized this, a lot of time had passed and he knew that if he went back to get the Kung, the sunlight would be in his hands. Ouya once decided to leave Kang there and move ahead, and everyone was surprised to see his action, but after a few minutes he turned back towards Kang at full speed, and after walking back for a while he finally reaches Kang. But now, after all the calculations, everyone believed that they would not be able to return in time, hence Jing ordered everyone to find the lunar dog as soon as possible so that with the help of its battery, it could reach back to its base. Due to continuous driving without sleep for a long time, both Yue and Kang were very tired. But due to the sun setting, now they had only 5 hours of battery left, but then suddenly the lunar dog got activated, but due to being in power saving mode, it could not find both of them. On the other hand, 55 kilometers away from the base, due to battery drain, it was captured and Yue and Kang were forced to come out of the ship. On the other hand, astronaut Shu taking control of the lunar dog, he decided to take it to Yue, but due to the battery drain on the way, the lunar dog fell into a huge pit, seeing which everyone on Earth was very sad. While they were disappointed, Yue and Kang were talking among themselves while looking at the stars, when Yue once again got lost in the memories of Zinc, and then after some time when he regained consciousness, he saw that Kang was chasing the reflection of a glass. While running here and there, Yue got an idea and he tied a sled on Kang's back, after which his surfing practice came in handy. Now both of them were moving very fast, but suddenly a sled appeared in front of them. A huge pit came up, and to cross it he cleverly used nitrogen tanks. Seeing his success, everyone on Earth was very happy, and now a new hope had awakened in all of them. On the other hand, the reason for his bravery. The chairman himself used to go to receive many honors from Seiyue on Earth. Then Jing told the chairman that the communication lines were going to be fixed in the coming 3 months, after which they would contact Seiyue. Gradually, things started getting better again, but no one knew that a huge part of Pi Astride was still waiting for them all as a threat. On the other side, Yue and Kang were playing with each other when Kang by mistake he touched some wires, after which Yu saw some signals on the screen like last time. Seeing this, Yue now felt that maybe no one on Earth could be saved alive, and perhaps earlier also Kang had touched the stars in the same way. Seeing this, Yue became very sad, and on the other hand, Sin started the work of repairing the communication lines with all his might. After a few days, Yue prepared a female kangaroo toy for Kang, and went out of the ship to end everything himself. Now Yue became very desperate. So Jing told the whole world what he was really feeling, and also he told everyone asking for help. He asked to turn his phone's flashlight towards the moon. He was about to open his helmet away from the plane when his eyes fell on the light coming from the Earth, and on seeing this, he sat down on his knees and started crying. After some time, when he returned to the base and turned on the communication button, he was finally able to hear all his comrades. They told him about the live streaming going on the Earth, but despite this, Yui could not say anything. That's why everyone made Zinc stand in front of him, and as soon as he said hello, he became very happy. For the next few days, all the engineers helped Yu in repairing his spacecraft, but he became happy only after seeing Zinc. And finally, one night after the spacecraft was ready, Yui got a chance to talk to Jing alone, during which he told Yui that he had joined the maintenance department only because of her. In fact, he had been working in this department in the first place. He was not ready for this, but then his eyes fell on Zinc passing by, and as soon as he saw Zinc, he fell in love. Now he had decided that, brother, I will go to the moon, and if I want to live with this prisoner, I have to live. After which he also agreed to do some small work in the maintenance department. Hearing this, Jing also told him that while boarding the rocket that day, she had seen Yui running away, and regretfully, she could not wait for him at the time. Their conversation reasoned for no one paid attention to the asteroid moving towards the Earth. The next day, Kang and Yui were fully prepared to return home, and with the help of their team, they finally launched the spacecraft safely, which everyone saw. They were overjoyed as Yui and Kang finally arrived at the space station after spending 923 days on the moon, and Shu called an urgent meeting to tell everyone about the big piece of the pie that was rapidly moving toward them. There itself, the chairman believed that only one man could save them from this danger because the engine of his ship was a weapon in itself. That man was none other than Yu. On hearing this, Jing went to the control room and stopped the live streaming. Because of which everyone was quite surprised, but before she even talked to him, he had already known about the danger. In fact, he had heard all their conversations through headphones, and now he knew that the missiles, due to lack of engines, he himself would have to make those missiles collide with the asteroid and would also have to return to his spacecraft before the missiles were activated. His chances of survival in this mission were very low, but despite this, he agreed to do this work. Because he knew that now the responsibility of saving the Earth is on his shoulders, and at the same time he told Zinc that if he dies, then she should find someone else for herself because he does not want to see her living a sad life alone. She agreed. All the people on Earth were ordered to go to the underground bunkers. After this, Yui first tied Kum to his seat so that he could reach Earth safely, but Kang wanted to stay with his friend. Yui encountered many stones, and after colliding with one of those stones, his spacecraft started spinning in a circle. To stop it, Yui separated one of its compartments from the craft, after which the missiles were fired. She was absolutely fine, but now that their engine had been separated, Jing told her that that part of the pie was going to pass near her, and she did not want to sacrifice Yui under any circumstances. But on hearing this, Yui told her that he should only think about saving the Earth right now, and at the same time, Yui had directed his ship towards the asteroid and asked him to start the live stream. After this, he thanked everyone for their support while detaching the missiles. Told that he always thought that either the people in front would die or it would be safe to work in the middle, but today he was standing between the Earth and the asteroid, after which he went towards the asteroid at full speed while singing Zinc's favorite song. Started moving towards which everyone along with were crying. As soon as he reached near the asteroid, Jing tried unsuccessfully to press the missile button, and at that time only the few moments spent with Yue were in his mind. They were roaming around, but then Uye reminded him of his responsibility and asked him to press the button, after which a few seconds there was a huge explosion and the asteroid shattered into small pieces. Those small pieces collided with the Earth like stars. It seemed that Kang could be seen along with millions of people. Then a boy present in the crowd told his younger sister that today they will be able to go home only because of Moon Man and everyone's hard work in the next 10 years. Due to this, the Earth was back to normal, and then the new chairman of the space program, Lassie, told everyone that now humans are going to go to the moon once again, and on the other hand Sing was also ready to go to the moon once again, where as soon as she reached Yui's described moments were visible on the moon, seeing which he had tears of joy in his eyes. After this, while looking at the Earth with one of his companions, he told that today the debris of the asteroid that exploded 10 years ago is all around the Earth. It was rotating like a ring, which will always remind him of the Moon Man. If you get a chance, would you ever like to go out of the Earth? Do tell in the comments. See you in the next video.